Hello again, everybody. I want to go ahead and do something a little bit different here. Got to break up the fire patty videos just a little bit. And for this demo, what we're going to do is we're going to need a couple of things. You're going to need some line, any kind of string to put a handle, and we're going to need something, obviously, to cut with. We've all seen these ferrocerium rods, well, sometimes it's nice to be able to get a discount on them if you need them, or maybe they're just found a good deal online or something, who knows. What I have here is I have some 5/16 rods, and I also have some 3/16 rods, and so there's the 5/16 here and the 3/16 here. As you're holding them and trying to throw away a spark off of them, it can get kind of a pain, especially if it's say it's a colder weather, or maybe you're just tired and whatnot. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a handle on these, and they're going to fit pretty tight, and they're going to be self-friction handle. Some of these I've actually put a bank line, dark bank line, and this other is just a old cotton, like a craft line that I'd actually pulled out of shed here. So, and I've treated it with actually the fire patty. So this is actually can be used to really get a good lengthy fire going. Alright, what we're going to do is you're going to need, we'll go ahead and do one of each. We're going to grab, and it works the same thing on the smaller ones, so you can still be able to get a good grip as you're. Alright, first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab some line. I said any line that you may have and work perfect, and I'm just using up some of this line. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of tag here. Oh, I'm going to grab my multi-tool. We're going to need our multi-tool. Need something to grab onto. Alright, do a smaller one first. And we're going to make a loop. Just a loop like that. We're going to leave a tag off that loop. And we're just going to wrap that somewhat even all the way around. And I'll show you with this other one a little trick to making it a little wider. Alright. And if I wanted to, I could wrap this again. And do that again. Till I get a little tag up top, little loop tag. And what we're going to do is, because I'm going to make this one a little bit wider, Just going to wrap it again. Because you know, you can go out and you can buy the handles, and what we're going to do is we're going to come back and we're just going to wrap it all the way back. Remember, try not to get too tight because we're going to have to pull this through. If you get this too tightened in on itself, meanwhile, what I'm going to do is going to pull back, and I'm going to cut a little bit outside this loop. And then I'm going to thread that through that little loop. And then grab multi-tool, pull that. Now remember, you can use bank line for this, and that gives you a bigger handle. If you can, this camera's not so great, it's not designed to. Alright, in general, for these little ones, what I find to be really sufficient is I'll do the same thing again, and we'll do a bigger one. And just leave that tag out the end, and then we're just going to follow the line, just one wrap for the 3/16. We're going to figure out where we want it, because where we're going to want it and how long we wrap it is going to depend on see, I just pulled too tight. If I had the time to do some editing equipment, I probably would have wanted to edit that out, but for well, you fellow brothers and sisters out there, I'm not really one to do a lot of editing, so we'll just oh gosh. Now, to be honest, the material I do recommend when doing something like this is going to be your tarred bank line. That's going to give you the longevity. That's going to give you the durability. And that's really what's going to give you the advantage in, say, being able to pull one of these apart and make a, just pull that tag through. Alright. And if you're worried about it possibly sliding, you can always tack some glue in there. Now the bigger ones are a little bit more fun. You can do this reversed as well. Like I said, find it easy with these bigger ones, you can get a little bit more. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and wrap this, and then kind of like I'm wrapping it for a to go ahead and put it in, and then I'm going to unwrap it and give you an idea of the cordage. Alright, here's actually what I'm going to recommend. If you start at the top and you run that loop down, so you're keeping that loop at the top, gives you the ability to go from top, and I'll show you why this here in a minute, from top to end, or loop to end, back to loop. So this isn't the best string. This said the paracord is going to work the best. Now then that's going to go through, and we're going to pull this tight. Okay, what I'm going to go ahead and do is go ahead and measure the string out here. We have 3 feet of string. So you could put more, you could put less, but there's still enough string here to be able to do something with. There we go. Let's go from the top. It's important to try to get that evened up. Now, if you're looking for something that's really not going to come out, I'll tell you one thing: tarred bank line. Once you pull that tight, you will never ever have to worry about that sliding. Alright, now we've got back to the end, so we're just going to come back through and just line them up, and that double wrap was actually giving me the opportunity to have something that I can get a good grip on. So whether you're trying to save a little bit of space or a little bit of time and a little bit of room, it's always understandable to be able to have something that'll actually get a fire going for you. So like I said, here I've got some that I've put together in with bank line, the tarred bank line, and I've got some I put together with this string. Well, I'm sorry there's no fire in this video, but a good ferrocerium rod can help you effect a fire in an emergency situation. And the one thing that I want to add on to this video is the handles tend to fall off of some of these other rod and kits, and to be able to have, which I'll show you, a rod, which was the one I was using. A good ferrocerium rod can be a lifesaver in an emergency situation or natural disaster. If you're partnering your ferrocerium rod, which we sell on firepatties.com, FIREPATTYS.com, and I'll put a link down below. All you have to do is let's go ahead and expose some fibers and get your fire going. If that was on camera. But either way, I can't stress being able to get a fire going, guys, gals, brothers and sisters. Well, I'll go ahead and end the video here. I'll catch you guys later with another fire patty video. It'll be probably right after this one. Snip you later, everybody.